natural experience and the supernatural experience. We are called to live a supernatural life. Life above the natural level. That's how we find Jesus. At the daybreak, Jesus was coming to them, walking on the sea. When they saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified, thinking that it was a ghost. My dear friends, they thought in the early ages, sea was full of evil spirits. God dwelled in the sky, and the devils and the evil spirits dwelled in the sea. That's why they were scared of Jesus. They thought he was a ghost. But then Jesus walked above the sea, above the waters, because he lived a supernatural life. How he got this power? This experience is connected to Exodus, where through Moses, God gave manna to Israelites after they were coming from the bondage of Egypt. And then after immediately that, crossing of the Red Sea, here comes Jesus crossing the sea as the new Moses. My dear friends, so there we find how Jesus was walking above the sea. Gravity was not a problem. Waters were not a problem. But then Jesus had power above it. How come? Beautifully in the beginning of the word it says, immediately Jesus obliged his disciples to get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he sent the crowd away. And having sent the people away, he went up to the mountain by himself to pray. And night fell. He was there alone. My dear friends, after the multiplication of bread, after that powerful incident, John says people persuaded him to become the king. But then he wanted to be alone. He wanted to give the glory to Father. Discern each and every step, word he said and did. Filter what is not due in this course. That's a kind of prayer that he was having alone on the top of the mountain. And that when you surrender your life, you will have authority above the devil, above the evil in the world. You can walk upon it with that power. My dear friends, and Jesus was walking, and they were so scared. They were so scared, they thought it's a ghost. And they got panic. They were away from the Lord. They were alone in the boat. That's what happened. Storms, hazards. They are completely scared because Jesus was not there. They couldn't recognize him. They thought he's a ghost. And what happened? Beautiful. Yet Jesus never leave them alone. And they cried out of fear. But once Jesus said to them, courage, do not be afraid. And it's me. That's how he comes to your life. When you are completely done, when you are broken, crushed, he will come to you through the storm. And beautiful, weak, fragile, wavering Peter says, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water. Jesus said, come. Jesus had power, and in that power, he commanded Peter. Peter said, if you command, I would come on the waters. It's not Peter who comes, but then the word of Jesus, when you have it, own it, when you are connected with the word, you will have power over situations. But then what happens? It won't be the same always. And Peter got out of the boat and walked on the water and go to Jesus. But seeing the strong wind, he was afraid and began to sink. And he cried out, Lord, save me. Once your focus is disturbed, once you look at the Goliath situation, sicknesses, once you see the multitude other than Jesus, more than Jesus, you will be broken. You will drown. And the situation will submerge you. You get stuck in the incidents. You will fall again. But then, beauty of Peter, again he shouts to the Lord. Immediately, Jesus immediately stretched out his hand and took hold of him and said, Man of little faith, why did you doubt? He will ask the same thing with you, from you. Why you doubt? You have little faith. I will take care of you. If you are properly connected to me, you don't have to fight. I will do the fighting. You will rest upon me. You just be like a child who depend 100%, and then I will do the rest. If I am with you, there is nothing impossible for you. Believe the word. Jesus, even in your failure, he will never let you down. He will stretch his hand. He stretched his hand and helped Peter. And that both the hands were stretched out and nailed on the cross. So that always he has stretched his hands for you to hold. When we drown when we fall in sin, he has stretched his hands, nailed it for you to grab it, hold on to that powerful sacrifice. And Jesus will do the fighting. He will take you out of the pit and give you a new life. Believe it, have it, and own it. Amen. May God bless you.